Question 8 has two parts. The first part asks us to find the region of the area of the shaded region. Now, the critical thing they want us to do here is they want us to split up our integral. That is, we need to recognize that if we just integrated it, this part here would come out as a negative. So when you added it to this, you would then get an area less than what the actual area is. So we want the integral from -1 to 0 of this area, so this is ln x squared minus x plus 1 dx, and then to that we want to add the negative of this area. So this is negative ln x squared minus x plus 1 dx. Now you're allowed, you can integrate this using integration by parts, but you don't have to. In this situation where they haven't asked for an exact value, you're more than justified in putting down the value from your GC. So in this case it's 0.741 units squared. The next part asks us to find the volume generated when this region here, bounded by the curve, the x-axis and the line y equals to 3, when this curve is rotated about the y-axis. When this curve is rotated 2 pi radians about the y-axis. So we're rotating about the y-axis, so what do we get? Our volume is going to be the integral from whatever our bounds are of x squared dy, because we're around the y-axis. What will our bounds be? Well, the lower bound will certainly be 0 here, and the upper bound is going to be, if we substitute in 3 into this, so 3 squared is 9, minus 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So this is here, ln 7. So our bounds are 0 and ln 7. Well, that raises an interesting question. What is x squared in terms of y? So let's try and work that out. So we have y equals to ln x squared minus x plus 1. That means e to the power of y is equal to x squared minus x plus 1. That means x take a half squared plus 3/4, I think. Yep, will equal to e to the y. So x take a half squared is equal to 4e to the y minus 3 whole thing times 1/4. And so x is going to be, sorry I've run out of space a bit here, but I take the square root and then I move this half over, so it'll be 1 plus or minus the square root of 4e to the y minus 3 whole thing over 2. Sorry that it's a little cramped. Now, plus or minus, well, if you look at it, right, I am looking for bigger x, the x larger than the turning point, so I'm going to want positive here. So my volume is going to be v is equal to the integral from 0 to ln 7 of 1 plus the square root of 4e to the y, take 3 all over 2, whole thing squared dy. Now again, you could do this by hand if you really wanted to. I don't particularly feel like it, so what I'm going to say is that I would type this into my graphing calculator and it would give me an answer back of 30.5 units cubed. And so that is my final answer.